Hello students! It seems that we have a new student in our class here, and his name is Ethan Bishop V. And I guess the V stands for vegan, because it says here that he's been vegan for more than 5 years, which is the same as me. He has 578 followers. Now let's have a look at his account and see if we think he should have less followers or more followers. Let's just start with this one here.
Humane slaughter doesn't exist. Carnists will tell vegans that they're 100% morally justified in prematurely ending the lives of others because the animals they killed didn't feel much pain or fight back out of fear for their own safety because they didn't expect someone to murder them. Well, when you're bragging about only supporting humane slaughter, you're literally just bragging about tricking someone into thinking that you're not a threat when you actually are. That's like slipping a roofie in your date's drink, raping them, and then virtue signaling to your friends saying, "Oh, it was so nice, they didn't feel a thing, they didn't even know what hit them." Someone who rapes an unconscious or disoriented person is just as much of a psychopath as someone who rapes a fully alert and conscious person. The only way to humanely treat other sentient beings is to respect their consent, something that's lacking. Every time an animal is excoriated for a sandwich and other frivolous bullshit you don't even fucking need. Humane slaughter doesn't exist.
Wow. All right, well, I give that 10 on 10. Very good. So here's the account. Ethan Bishop V. Humane slaughter does not exist. Well, so far I like this. Very good. And you see he has his comments off, it seems. Oh, no, you have to log in to see the comments. All right. Well, I'm here on my computer, so I can't do that at the moment. So let's go and have a look at another video. But just to let you know, students, if you want to turn your comments off, that is perfectly fine. You can avoid all of the abuse that carnists will send your way and vegan-phobic people. And just keep educating. So that was very good. Let's listen to another one.
Carnists love to talk about how vegans cause crop deaths in an effort to expose hypocrisy among vegans and to somehow justify their own beliefs. Look, if you're against causing crop deaths or want to cause less, you shouldn't be supporting animal agriculture anyway, because more deaths are caused in animal agriculture than in plant agriculture strictly for human consumption. Even a carnist named Stephen L. Davis, who is trying to make the case that carnist diets cause less deaths than vegan diets in the Journal of Agricultural and Environmental Ethics, indirectly demonstrated that 1,000 kilograms of protein from plants would kill 15 animals, and 1,000 kilograms of protein from grass-fed beef would kill 75 animals. This means that Davis's estimates actually supports the thesis that vegans are responsible for 5 times fewer animal deaths than carnists. Carnists love to talk about how vegans cause crop deaths in an effort to expose hypocrisy among vegans and to...
All right, that was another excellent presentation, because people are often talking about crop deaths. So if you want to refer back to this video, remember this gentleman's address here, Ethan Bishop V. He is over there on TikTok. Let's continue. So far I like this. He has 100%
Your
so
culture
far.
justifies nothing. If I lived around 400 years ago, my culture would have said I could own black people. So to use culture as a justification to discriminate against others is bullshit, which includes the culture of indigenous people. I recently saw a TikTok made by an indigenous person, so she has a phone and lives in a house. She has no reason to kill for her survival or anything, but she was showing off a purse made out of seal skin. Why do humans think they have the right to end the lives of animals because they're a culture accumulated from their ancestors killing animals to survive? That doesn't mean you, living in modern human civilization with thousands of more ethical options, should make animals pay for your culture, even if you forcefully end their life without much pain. It's not humane, it's not spiritual, and it's not justified. It's animal abuse. And you could call me a colonizer or a racist or a white vegan. I don't give a fuck. All I care about is everyone keeping their hands off the goddamn animals. Your culture justifies nothing.
So that was excellent. The only comment I have there is at the end when he said the goddamn animals. I would say the kind animals or the innocent animals or the animals that don't deserve to be treated badly. I think that is just a little thing though that just blurted out of his mouth just in frustration. So culture justifies nothing, no exceptions. So good job. And look at that. He has a hashtag vegan teacher. Very good. Because yes, you are definitely teaching veganism. Good job. Let's see what else we have here. Let me close this here. So, all right, we had the crop deaths. We had those three. What else have we got here? Let's look at this one.
As many of you know, I made a video telling indigenous people in modern human civilization like Shinanova to stop terrorizing animals and to just leave them alone, which was largely just meant by the argument, oh, some indigenous people don't have access to a plant-based diet because shipping costs of plants are insane and the climate isn't conducive to growing crops, you racist. Okay, did I ever say I had an issue with someone doing what's necessary to be alive and healthy? Before you attack someone's worldview, how about you make sure you're actually attacking their worldview instead of committing a straw man fallacy like probably 80% of the carnists who commented on that video did. Veganism is about the abstinence of certain egregious actions in egregious circumstances, such as paying someone to stab a random seal in the brain, skin them, and disrespect their corpse by turning them to a purse like Shinanova did, who is not in a circumstance where she needs to be cruel to animals. Look at her technology, look at her makeup, look at where she lives. There is no fucking justification for people like her to support this animal agriculture and animal cruelty. And the more you say, oh, but it's sustainable hunting, shows how much human supremacy has corrupted you and how much you most likely don't give a fuck about animals. You probably approve of sustainable hunting because it doesn't fuck up humans' life and well-being, but don't care about the consequences of even sustainable hunting being the premature end to a conscious creature's life who just wanted to live. That's all we're asking for. If you can live and be healthy without touching them, let them live and be healthy without touching them. Animals are not yours to oppress. I don't give a shit if it doesn't pollute the environment. I care about what pollutes morality. And this idea that animals are just props for people's culture, that animals' lives just don't matter and should be thrown away is disgusting, and I will never support animal abuse, regardless of what environmental impact it has, and despite how many factually incorrect people want to label me as a racist, when they're not only the ones preaching discrimination, they're preaching actual violence against animals, which is what my next TikTok will be about. So as many of you know, I made a video telling indigenous people in modern human civilization like...
Good. All right, another one. That's great. So here the tags that he used are vegans of TikTok, vegan teacher, and indigenous. Okay, good job, Ethan. You're doing well. Now this is a good Ethan as opposed to Ethan Trace, who is an animal abuser on this app. So I suggest that you follow Ethan Bishop. Let's have a look at what else he's got here. Okay.
So it baffles me that people think this is a good fucking argument to murder animals. Oh, I used every part of it. Okay, can I murder you if I turn your flesh into fucking lampshades and, you know, make your teeth into dentures and give it to my fucking grandma who doesn't have any teeth? Like, no, it's not justified to murder someone if you're just going to use every part of their body.
Ethan, don't say fucking grandma. In that case, your grandma is somebody you like. Say fucking carnists, but don't use that word in that context.
That means absolutely fucking nothing. And if you think it's inappropriate for me to compare humans to animals and to say, oh, well, why is it okay to kill animals if it's not okay to kill humans, then okay, well, what's the difference between animals and humans that justifies the different treatment? And any fucking, difference you can give is absolutely ludicrous, okay? You're judging others not by the content of their character. You're judging them by, these arbitrary fucking standards that shouldn't be used, okay? You're not preaching equality. You're preaching disparity and discrimination based on arbitrary notions of value. So...
Okay, very good. What's he got over here? All right, Ethan Bishop. He's got again, vegans of TikTok, vegan teacher, indigenous. Okay, very good. All right, so far so good, Ethan. You're doing great. All right, what else have we got here? This one.
Hi, my name is Nabila. I am Algerian from a Muslim family, and in my culture, we traditionally welcome sheep at home every year and slit their throats, which is animal abuse and is not justified.
Hi, my name is Debbie, and I'm East Asian, and in my culture, animal abuse runs the gamut from eating dogs and having annual festivals celebrating eating them, eating live squid in restaurants, and none of it is justifiable just because it's very common in the culture.
Hi, Sadman Vegan here, and in my culture, we traditionally eat goat meat and put it in our vegetable soups, and that's animal abuse, and that's not justifiable. You don't do that.
Mi nombre es José Razo. y yo soy mexicano. Y en mi cultura nosotros tradicionalmente torturamos y asesinamos a puercos y esto es crueldad animal y no es justificado.
Hi, my name is Nabil. I am Algerian from a Muslim family, and in my culture...
All right, excellent. Excellent idea interviewing these people. 4 sexy vegans reject their culture for compassion and empathy. Very good. So follow them. Debbie Irao, Sad Green Vegan, Jose Razo Vegan. Wonderful job so far.
So, I am a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, and I condemn anyone who, when subjected to BLM activism, says all lives matter because it's just an attempt to dilute the message and make it more general than it should be. It's like telling firefighters who are hosing down a burning building to instead focus on all buildings when said buildings either aren't on fire or are but need their own fire truck. And this is why I dislike when advocating vegan activism that people will bring up oppressed migrant workers and things of that nature, which is an issue, but veganism is certainly not the cause of it, nor should veganism be focused on non-animal rights issues. You're basically saying all lives matter to veganism. Why in the world would you say oppressed migrant workers, though, to a vegan, but would never say that to someone fighting against systemic racism? You think they don't cause pain to oppressed migrant workers, despite most of which not only buying things like avocados, but also supporting industrial factory farming where immigrants become slaughterhouse workers and often develop a type of PTSD called perpetrator-induced traumatic stress disorder, among other things? If the Black Lives Matter movement should not be intersectional, which the idea of all lives matter inherently is, then veganism should not be intersectional either. You don't get to have it both ways. If you look at the extent of animal cruelty, especially in industrial animal agriculture, this issue doesn't just require its own fire truck. It requires the entire ocean. It is insane the extent to which we systematically excoriate animals. So how about we treat them with some damn respect and give them their own damn movement? So I am a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, and I condemn anyone who, when subject...
I'm going to listen to that one twice.
To BLM activism says all lives matter because it's just an attempt to dilute the message and make it more general than it should be. It's like telling firefighters who are hosing down a burning building to instead focus on all buildings when said buildings either aren't on fire or are but need their own fire truck. And this is why I dislike when advocating vegan activism that people will bring up oppressed migrant workers and things of that nature, which is an issue, but veganism is certainly not the cause of it, nor should veganism be focused on non-animal rights issues. You're basically saying all lives matter to veganism. Why in the world would you say oppressed migrant workers, though, to a vegan, but would never say that to someone fighting against systemic racism? You think they don't cause pain to oppressed migrant workers, despite most of which not only buying things like avocados, but also supporting industrial factory farming where immigrants become slaughterhouse workers and often develop a type of PTSD called perpetrator-induced traumatic stress disorder, among other things? If the Black Lives Matter movement should not be intersectional, which the idea of all lives matter inherently is, then veganism should not be intersectional either. You don't get to have it both ways. If you look at the extent of animal cruelty, especially in industrial animal agriculture, this issue doesn't just require its own fire truck. It requires the entire ocean. It is insane the extent to which we systematically excoriate animals. So how about we treat them with some damn respect and give them their own damn movement? So,
All
I am a
right.
support.
This is very good. Thank you so much to Ethan for your presentation here today. I very much enjoyed looking at your channel, and I look forward to more of your work. If anybody hasn't yet subscribed to this TikTok account, go ahead and do so. And also to this account here, thatveganteacher, right here on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, press the like button. And coming up, you're going to see a bunch of other videos. Click on them, be curious, look around this site. There's all kinds of stuff. We are promoting all kinds of amazing vegan animal defenders, and we are pointing out those who harm animals. Stick with us. That Vegan Teacher, YouTube. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.